Good morning, and welcome to one of the great events in the annual life of the college, the launch of a new academic year. In my view, there are two purposes to our academic convocation, both significant, both important. First, we welcome the students who are the members of the Curry College class of 2024 into our academic community. Second, we welcome back the other members of our community, and collectively, we symbolically launch the new academic year together with all the expectations, challenges, and promises associated with the new year. First, let me welcome you. I am welcoming you to what is literally the most extraordinary academic convocation or launch of an academic year in the 141-year history of our college. I have to tell you, I wish it was different. But one of our most important responsibilities as adults, though, is to deal with reality as it is, not as we wish it was. One of our responsibilities as citizens, and we are now all citizens of the Curry community, is to make things better for ourselves and our fellow citizen members of the Curry community. Still, please do know that I have every expectation that this will be an outstanding year, both for our college and for its people. A year of growth, a year of achievement, and a year of success over the tremendous challenges of the pandemic. I want to share with you that for you, for our academic year, and for our college and its people, I'm incredibly optimistic for our success. And I'm optimistic for one reason: the people of Curry College, the people in this virtual meeting. The students, the faculty, the staff, the alums, and the friends of our college that make this institution the vibrant and important academic and social community that it is. We are the people who, because of the safe community that we must and will create and preserve, will be successful. To our student speaker, Maegan Avery, a bio major from the class of 2023, thank you for joining us today. We're looking forward to your remarks. To our faculty and staff, thank you. Thank you for your belief in education and its power to transform people's lives for the better. Thank you for your commitment to Curry. Importantly, thank you for your commitment to our students and to the success of our students. And thank you for what you have done since the COVID crisis has arrived on our campus. Now to the class of 2024. On behalf of all of us present, the Curry College faculty and staff, the returning Curry students, and on behalf of the entire Curry College community, it is truly a pleasure for me to welcome you, the members of the Curry College class of 2024, to our annual new student convocation. We have great expectations for you, expectations for your success, and expectations for the service and contributions you will make to our community, both inside the classroom and outside the classroom. That service will initially be demonstrated first by doing the simple basics of keeping all of us safe and our college open. Wear a mask, wash your hands, and social distance. Importantly, encourage your friends to do the same. These simple things, like so many simple things, are the most important things we can do. Please, as you navigate success at Curry, don't ignore problems or challenges. Please know that people are here to help you. They care about your concerns, and they care about your challenges, and they care about you. They care about your success. If you're having challenges, reach out to people for assistance. Working with you, that's how those challenges can be resolved. We wish to partner with you in your success, but that's what it must be, a partnership. To those of you joining our community today, I'd also like to take a few minutes to speak to you about the culture and the expectations of Curry College. Curry College is an institution grounded in respect, a profound and deep respect for each individual, for the person they are, for the potential they have, and for the contributions they will make. As an institution of higher education, we are committed to open inquiry and respectful dialogue, all with our insistence that that dialogue be civil. This is a good place, a place where people care about each other and treat each other with dignity and respect and help each other. We welcome all people at Curry College. That's a baseline consideration of our community that we insist on. We don't discriminate on who people are or who we think they are. Again, I ask you to consider your personal responsibility and that of the personal responsibility of your friends. It's important. Two of the things that will disrupt the great campus climate that we have here and deter us from achieving all of the great things we're pursuing together are acts of sexual assault and acts of bias. Simply put, we won't tolerate either of those occurring at Curry. Make 100% certain that you don't find yourself in non-consensual situations, and make it 100% certain that you not engage in acts of bias. Every individual is welcome at Curry College. Get involved with your friends in making this their Curry way as well. If you see something bad happening or potentially developing, get involved. It achieves the community we want, and it makes Curry so much better for all of us. This is important, and I thank you in advance for it. I tell you this both out of respect and appreciation. Respect for you as individuals and appreciation for your Curry careers and you as people. As I look at the class of 2024, I can't tell you how excited I am, and all of us at Curry are, that you are here. You're great people, and you're going to do great things at a great college. You'll learn, you'll grow, you'll succeed, and you'll have fun. And you'll have great stories to tell your children and grandchildren about how you and Curry College persevered and prevailed through COVID. I look forward to having the opportunity to meet you all over the coming years. In the meantime, please accept my best wishes for a terrific year starting right now. Before we adjourn, I'd also like to take this opportunity to extend those same best wishes to all of our faculty, staff, and all members of the Curry community. What you do is important. What you do is appreciated. Thank you, and all the best for a great year. It's now my pleasure to introduce Maegan Avery, class of 2023, to speak on behalf of the students of Curry College.
Good morning, class of 2024. My name is Maegan Avery, and I'm a sophomore biology major from Drake, Massachusetts. I want to congratulate you on being here for your convocation despite all of the obstacles you have faced throughout the past few months. Spending my spring semester of my first year in college in quarantine and attending Zoom classes was not ideal, but the college, professors, and staff were all committed to our success. I am so happy to be returning to our beautiful campus and to be able to welcome each of you to our Curry family. You probably had a similar experience in your last few months of high school. Pushing through online learning and finishing your high school career in quarantine must have been incredibly difficult, but you made it. Here you are starting college in unprecedented times. Even though you may not feel 100% ready, and you may not have closed all the doors behind you from high school, there is so much waiting for you here at Curry. When I was in your shoes around this time last year, I felt nervous, overwhelmed, and anxious for what the upcoming semester had in store. But I cannot believe how much I have grown in just 1 year at Curry. For example, when I attended Accepted Students Day here at Curry in 2019, I was an undecided student, as many of you may be today. Sitting in my very first mock biology class doing a lab, I decided that this was for me. Another example is when I was required to take a class called Fundamentals of Communication, where I gave several speeches. Little did I know that it was preparing me to be on this stage today speaking to all of you. So watch out, one of you may be up here next year. As someone from a small town who had always kept a small social circle, one of my biggest concerns was making friends. I'm here to tell you that the friendships you will make at Curry will be some of your best ones. Make friends with people who are different than you. We learn the most from others who have different experiences and opinions than us. Something I found important as a first year last year was this piece of advice: invest in yourself. Throughout the semester, you may find it hard to adjust to the college lifestyle. Invest in yourself by finding a new hobby, club, or sport you may not have tried before. You may find interest in something brand new to you. There is always something going on. Super Bingo involving the entire campus is one of the best memories I've made. As college students, we tend to overwork and put a lot of pressure on ourselves to meet certain standards, whether that be in the classroom or in a social setting. Make time for studying, but keep a balance between schoolwork and fun. A great way to study while also enjoying time with friends or classmates is by making a study group. I know this came in handy for me last year and helped me make great connections with people who share my major. It's also a very useful way to get some help on what you're learning before a big exam. And trust me, sometimes you'll feel like you need all the help you can get. Invest in yourself by taking time to get to know your professors and ask for help when you need it. They can give you career advice, guidance, and help with internships. Sometimes you just need that boost of confidence, and I assure you that Curry professors will be there. Taking time to invest in yourself will help you grow and become who you want to be. I cannot wait to see you around campus soon, even if it is 6 feet apart. Be kind to each other and be kind to yourself. Congratulations, class of 2024, and welcome to your first semester at Curry College.
Maegan, thank you. Wise and terrific remarks. Thank you. It's now my pleasure to introduce our chair of the faculty, Dr. William Nancarrow, professor of politics and history, who will speak on behalf of the faculty of Curry College.
Good morning. On behalf of all the faculty at Curry College, I welcome you to our college, to the start of your academic experience here, and most of all, I welcome you to the Curry College community. Community is something that's in rather short supply for many of us these days. We all look to connect, to reconnect, to form or to reinforce bonds that bring real meaning to our lives. And while the environment would not necessarily seem conducive to building those bonds, I assure you that you have arrived at a place where hundreds of faculty, staff, and administrators are looking to start building relationships that will last for you well beyond your time at Curry, and in some cases for your entire life. We as faculty will first meet you in a classroom, whether virtual, hybrid, high flex, or good old-fashioned face-to-face, or mass-to-mass these days as it is. And we meet on unusually even ground this year. While you have spent many hours in classrooms, the experience of a college classroom is new. And the lack of familiar expectations, norms, and people, along with the unusual circumstances, will probably produce a little anxiety as you experience your first college classes. I know it did for me 36 years ago. But the experience will be oddly similar for many faculty. Walking into what once seemed familiar, a college classroom, will now be somewhat different and novel. As I said, we meet on unusually even ground. Just as you enter the class as first-year students, many of us, myself included, and I've been in this business a while, feel like first-year faculty all over again a little bit. But as members of the shared community, we will work together, learn together, and grow together through this year and beyond. Over time, we will meet in many other forms beyond the classroom, experiences that will enrich our lives and yours. Know that as you trust your community of faculty educators to work through the uncertainty and deliver a valuable educational experience, your new community is putting its trust in you to help keep us safe by making good decisions, both on and off campus. And my money is in our trust being very well placed, and that you will do your part. I know that many of my students in the spring suddenly found themselves as frontline workers after we left campus, working in nursing homes, as police officers, and in grocery stores. And I was inspired by the willingness of many students to step up into very challenging circumstances, all while attending virtual classes. That is why I believe very firmly that our trust is very well placed. Regardless of how unusual your first year at Curry College may seem, I urge you to seek out every opportunity to learn, grow, and build connections. Frankly, that's advice I would give to anyone. Treat every experience, whether in a classroom, dorm, club, internship, artistic performance, or simply in conversation with a friend or advisor, as an opportunity to learn. The work you are assigned in your courses is absolutely vital. Take it seriously, engage it deeply, thoughtfully, and critically. But that is only the beginning. What you will do with the ideas and tools you are given is up to you. Start thinking now about how to channel the intellectual, emotional, and personal growth you'll experience at Curry College into professional and individual opportunities and directions you had never dreamed of. And start reaching out. Your community here stretches well beyond the classroom, including support through the Academic Enrichment Center, the Writing Center, the Center for Career Development, the Advising Office, Student Affairs, and many, many more. Working alongside faculty who serve as both educators and advisors, people from all these parts of campus are in place and eager to meet you and support you as you navigate your journey through Curry and start planning for life beyond. I conclude where I began, with a thought of community, in particular with building connections within and outside our new Curry home. Don't think that the unique and somewhat isolating environment precludes that. This spring, after we all left campus, I Zoomed with a student to discuss a draft of a paper. She had relocated to her grandmother's house just north of New York City. We were discussing the Great Migration, a period from about 1910 through 1990 when Black Americans moved north by the millions, fleeing poverty and segregation. She told me that her grandmother had been one of those migrants, having moved from Tuskegee, Alabama in the 1960s to New York City. She asked if I wanted to meet her grandmother, and I said sure. And the three of us talked for several minutes about her grandmother's journey. This was one of the most meaningful experiences I have had in 23 years as an educator. And it would not have happened had we not been forced into this very new environment. I closed the conversation with my student the same way I close with you. I told her how much I was looking forward to meeting her family at graduation in a few years to celebrate my students' achievements. And indeed, I look forward to seeing you and your families in 4 years for a similar celebration. My best to all of you as we begin this year and the next 4 years together. Thank you very much.
Dr. Nancarrow, thank you to you for your advice to our students, and through you, thank you to all of your faculty colleagues. It's now my distinct pleasure and privilege to introduce our final speaker today, Dr. David Cervaki, the college's Provost and Executive Vice President. Dr. Szczerbacki leads the academic enterprise at the absolute core of our mission, and will close our program with some insights for each of you as we begin the new academic year. Dr. Szczerbacki.
Good morning, and let me add my welcome to each and every one of you. We are so happy that you have chosen to be a member of our community. As always, the start of an academic year is filled with excitement and anticipation. This year is no different. Professor Nancarrow has noted, however, we're all first-year faculty this year. Indeed, we all will be adjusting, innovating and learning and supporting each other. This is my 51st consecutive year where in some capacity I have participated in the launch of an academic year. It is fair to say it will be like no other. Am I anxious? Absolutely. But I am also excited with the possibilities before us. I urge each of you to think of the COVID-19 world as an opportunity to be both a contributing, responsible member of our community and to dream big about your future by transcending the challenges of the moment. As Maegan Avery just said, this is the time to invest in yourself. Please allow me to quickly sketch 3 such opportunities. First, take charge of your future. Today you can begin to make good, impactful choices that can define your future. This is what Alicia Williams, an alumni speaker, had in mind last year at this event when she reflected that, quote, I took a risk and created my own destiny, end quote. It is also what our student speaker, Connor Clafferty, had in mind last year when he urged us to, quote, wake up and attack the day, end quote. What can you expect as you do so? We are committed to providing a supportive and nurturing teaching, learning environment. That's what we do. But we will not surround you in intellectual bubble wrap, nor will we protect you from ideas or perspectives that may challenge. A faculty colleague noted recently that, quote, progress comes when we venture outside our comfort zones, end quote. We aim to move you from your comfort zone. If, from time to time, you feel your views are challenged, or you find yourself saying, I never thought of that, good. That means we are doing our job. For all of us, this work begins in earnest today. Here are some tips to get you started, and I can't overemphasize the importance of getting off to a fast start. These tips are both painfully obvious and very important. First, go to class. Be prepared to learn and participate. Be an active learner. For students who leave college for academic reasons who are asked to leave, poor academic performance is most typically traced to poor class attendance. I realize that going to class may involve online work or Zoom sessions this semester, but my advice applies in any case, perhaps more than ever. Next, be active in the classroom. Ask questions, provide answers, be a leader in discussion groups or group projects. If you are shy, as I was 51 years ago, start small and your confidence will grow. You will find your voice. Trust me, you will. Take notes in class. Consult and tighten your notes after each class. You will be given a syllabus for each class. Work to understand it and refer to it throughout the semester. A syllabus is a roadmap to guide you successfully through a course. It creates a set of expectations and responsibilities for you and your faculty. With your multiple syllabi in hand, plan your days, weeks, months, semesters. Consult your plan regularly and make adjustments. Time management is a key to your success, and it is a life skill which will serve you well in the long run. Remember this, the semester will move quickly. It is far easier to get ahead or keep current than to catch up. Prognostication and all-nighters are not your friends. Expect competing deadlines and competing due dates. Expect that. Plan for that. So have a plan and stick to it. Reflect on your learning style. Ask yourself, how do I learn? What works for me? What concrete strategies can help me take advantage of my strengths and my learning style? We, of course, are here to assist in asking and answering these kind of questions. And in fact, we're very good at this. Take advantage of the learning support resources available to you. Next, be aware of the rules and standards that define behavior in our community. The community agreement, which you have signed, should be your constant guide. With the pandemic, it is critical, as the President has noted, that we all follow social distance guidelines. Wear your mask properly at all times as required, and follow good hygiene practices. I have been asked these last several months frequently, as late as yesterday, how we can possibly hope for students to conform with these expectations. My answer is that we need to trust our students. We need to trust you to do the right thing, to be part of the solution. Quite frankly, we need you on board in this effort. I am confident you are up to the task. Next, get to know your advisor. While face-to-face advising is suspended for fall 2020, your advisor will reach out to you and he or she will post virtual office hours. Take advantage of this. Your advisor should be an essential part of your support team. Finally, and to reiterate important themes addressed by President Quigley, please keep in mind that you are now a member of an inclusive community that values diversity in all its forms and aspects. We expect civility, tolerance, and respect in our interactions in and outside the classroom, studio, or lab. We do not and will not tolerate intolerance. We believe strongly, and you can see the signs on campus that speak to this, that hate has no home here. And we will actively work to reinforce this message. I urge you to commit to the very important community values of inclusion, civility, tolerance, and respect. Taking charge of your future, after all, includes taking responsibility for your behavior. Of course, we welcome you regardless of your ethnicity, race, gender identity, sexual orientation, political belief system, learning style, or any other attribute that defines you as you. Our job is to affirm your identity, to support you in both entering and building community, and to cultivate your innate talents. The second opportunity I want to address in my words of advice involve taking advantage of opportunity to embrace the spirit and logic of liberal learning. Each of you, perhaps as early as this afternoon, will begin taking courses from our general education curriculum, our commitment to liberal learning. What does this mean? It's important to understand this rather than just taking a series of courses. I encourage you to think of Gen Ed as our version of looking at the universe through the Hubble telescope. The more you look, the more you see. A liberal arts and science-based education, which is what we do. We attach that to professional and pre-professional majors, regardless of major, is predicated on the belief that how we look determines what we see, and that there are multiple ways of seeing, multiple ways of looking, and hence multiple ways of knowing. Professor of Writing Lindsay Illich, who was faculty speaker at this event 4 years ago, argued that Gen Ed is our response to, quote, the human condition of myopia, end quote. It is our response to lack of vision, to nativism, to narrow-mindedness, to intolerance, to exclusion, to the mind-forged manacles of cynicism, hate, systemic racism, xenophobia, suspicion, and cynical conspiracy theory. You have the opportunity over the 70 to 80 years left in your lifetime, think about that, to, quote, be the change, end quote, in these matters. This process can begin now. It can begin today. So as you think about fulfilling a gen ed requirement, please replace the question of, why do I have to take this course, with the statement, I can't wait to take this course. Embrace the opportunity to broaden and inform your field of vision. Finally, the final opportunity I want to address is to take the long view, the big picture. We are all preoccupied with the issues of the day, and rightly so. COVID-19, contentious politics, the power and potential of Black Lives Matter, economic disruption and displacement, climate change, and much more. However, please do not shift your gaze from your future, your priorities. In taking the long view, think about how you want to be able to describe your first semester at Curry when you meet with your family and friends over the winter holidays. Visualize the person you want to be when you walk across the stage to accept your Curry College diploma from President Quigley. Having goals will provide meaning and self-discipline as you move forward. As you think about career options, be aware that many of the job opportunities you will have in your career will be found in industries that do not yet exist. Consider the fact that some 85% of the jobs that will exist in 2030, 10 years hence, have yet to be creative. Think about that. Fix your gaze on that. You will need the benefit of a liberal arts education to navigate the world. You will need lifelong learning skills as you do so. You are now near the end of the beginning of your college journey. Now is the time to take the next step with confidence, passion, and commitment. Now is the time to create your own destiny. Now is the time to be awake and attack. Now is the time to dream big. I wish you well as you launch your Curry College journey, and thank you.
Dr. Szczerbacki, thank you for your remarks. Students, I couldn't agree with Dr. Szczerbacki more about his tips for success. They're simple, they're straightforward, they work, and about his statement that we believe in you, we trust you, respect you. The success of this semester rests on the decisions that you and your classmates collectively make. So, Dr. Cervaki, members of the Curry College community, it is my pleasure to recognize Curry's newest student class, the class of 2024. I look forward to their membership in the community. I look forward to their success, both as students and as alums. From the entire Curry College community, congratulations and best wishes to the Curry College class of 2024, and many thanks to faculty and staff as we begin our academic year. We now have a video that we've prepared for all students and that we share first with the Curry College class of 2024. Thank you.
If you haven't heard, things are going to look a little different at Curry this fall.
You'll be seeing lots of new signs and wayfinding.
New plexiglass protectors everywhere.
Hand gel, cleaning supplies, and more hand gel.
And our awesome Curry staff sanitizing everything around the clock.
But you know things will look a bit different.
We are all going to do our best to keep that same Curry community feel.
And we can all help out by
Number 1, wearing a mask.
show your spirit and wear a Curry mask.
A plain white mask works too.
Or express yourself with your own style. Number 2, social distancing.
That means gathering in smaller groups than usual.
especially indoors and in the residence halls.
Following travel pattern signs all across campus.
And staying at least 6 feet apart from each other, both indoors and outside.
If you can tip over and touch one of your friends, you're probably too close.
Number 3, hand gel is nice, but washing your hands counts twice.
Remember to sing 2 happy birthdays.
Or if you're feeling creative, use the chorus to your favorite song, like
Lizzo's Tree Fairies.
Eminem's Lose Yourself.
Or if you want to go way back,
Prince's Raspberry Beret.
And we should all remember to
maintain the same respect and professionalism
In our online interactions as we do in person.
always cover our coughs and sneezes.
Clean and disinfect our belongings and workspaces often, and monitor and report any changes in our daily health.
By everyone doing their part.
We can keep Curry safe, healthy, and together this fall.